Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Last time we made our escape from the Blackbird, and we managed to get ourselves an upgraded airship, which is now actually an airship as opposed to just a time machine. But before we can use it, as I said last time, we gotta go find some information about Chrono. That information is not here. However, we talked to the guy on the side before. He said, check back with this guy as his wares change from time to time. And he has the same basic equipment that we had access to, I think, in the Gaia's Cave area? That's different. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, we don't really need any of these things. We can get mid-ethers, but we have plenty of those. Don't need to worry about that. Come again. As you can see, I have switched up my party members. Let's go... Ah, there we go. Mysterious sapling. Maybe someday it will help change our environment. Maybe she doesn't appear until now. I could have been mistaken in what, 2 episodes back when I said that she was already here, but I guess she's here now. Gotta seize the day. Seeing you has really made my day. Really. Saw a suspicious-looking person up at the north on the cape. Interesting. Moonstone, we talked to you before. Stranger trying to locate someone passed by after you left. No one had ever seen the person you came looking for. Could it be a friend of yours? Glad to see you're all recovered. Slowly recovering. Gotta start from scratch. And this kid's running around with the cat. Look like Janice's cat. Cat just ignores me. Go away. Oh well. Well, they said someone was at the North Cape, and since we've been to all the other villages, or the other little tents, there's only one thing left to do. Whoa. Now, there was definitely a lot we could have unpacked about the fact that Magus was the prophet, and I left it alone because now's a much better time to deal with this. Behold, everything's at the bottom of the sea. Gone is the magical kingdom of Zeal, and all the dreams and ambitions of its people. I once lived there, but I was another person then. Now, on the original timeline where we don't interfere, there is a different group of people here and something else, of course, happens. Power is beyond human control. We'll be dragged into the warp. Why is Janice there? So this is what occurred on the original timeline. We had heard that Melchior disappeared into a black gate when we first woke up, and that Janice was also sucked into a black gate. Time gate? Well, it's the first we've seen of Gaspar. There's Balthazar in his prime. Now, in the timeline that we partook in, they said that Shala used the last of her power to send all of us away. In the original timeline, I'd be curious to find out what actually happened. There's many ways we could read into it, and there's not really a good point to talk about it now, so I won't go into a lot of detail. But if you have any idea of what was supposed to have happened and what the fate would have been of Shala and the Queen, who are obviously still there in this original timeline, send me a message on Discord or on like a private. I guess they don't have private messages on YouTube anymore. Send me a DM on Twitter. Then the links are in the description there. Anyway, let's talk about what we can actually discuss now. The Guru Gaspar. Hey, wait a minute. I've seen this background and someone saying hey all the time. Nothing here. This must be end of time. We have met Gaspar. We have known him for quite some time. We just didn't recognize him because we had no way of... I see. So thou art that filthy urchin. I love that line, not for any particular reason other than the fact that I just remember it. Magus is indeed Janus. He lived in the magical kingdom of Zeal long ago. Was teleported to the Middle Ages and fell in with Ozzy and his crew. Because he was one of the few humans, considering that humans nowadays don't have the ability to use magic anymore, well, he was one of the few who could actually use magic, considering where he came from. They had said that he didn't have any magic when they were talking about Janus, when we talked to many people in the magical kingdom of Zeal. Though I believe there was speculation that he had even more powerful magic, or it was just hidden, or he didn't have any at all. Either way, he's a powerful magician. Also, there's one other thing of note here. In the first cutscene where we were introduced to Shala, listening to her theme, she was talking to Janus. She gave him an amulet that would protect him. The little sparkle we saw coming up here was indeed that same amulet. Since Lavos' time portal stranded you in the Middle Ages, faded to even the score. You interrupted me just when I had summoned Lavos to my castle. How ironic that having been drawn into yet another portal, I would end up in this age. So, for reasons that the game never explains, we ended up in the prehistoric. Magus skipped the prehistoric and went straight back to the Kingdom of Zeal in 12,000 BC. I don't know if there's an explanation other than the fact that Lavos was close at the time, and sure, maybe he was at the center of the portal, and that way he went there and we didn't get that far. I don't know. Being from the future, my knowledge of the past enabled me to convince the Queen that I was a mighty oracle. No history book could have prepared me. Happened here. Unimaginable is the power of Lavos, as we found out firsthand. Anyone who dares to oppose it meets certain doom. At this rate, you too will meet a hideous fate, just like that poor fool Chrono. You dare insult him? He's history. Play with fire and you get burned. Hold thy tongue. You wish to fight me? I know what this music means. Let's go. Round 2. Fight. You do not have Frog. This will be a 3-on-1 fight. I never imagined that we would settle our score in this dusty old era. Come, let us finish this charade. Now, for this fight, I have the Rage Band equipped. I do not have the Masamune because it is unnecessary. I do have the Demon Hit, which is 2 times damage against magic enemies. I don't know if that actually affects things here, but this makes sense to deal with as a 1-on-1 fight. Now, Frog doesn't have a lot of super powerful text to rely on. It's mainly just Leap Slash, and that's pretty much his best bet. We could throw a water spell in there and see what it does, but I have serious doubts it will do more damage than what we were already dealing with Leap Slash. I didn't think so. It's a very straightforward fight one-on-one. The fight at 3-on-1, I don't remember how it goes because the only time I ever fight him is in this way. I have Frog also equipped with the blackmail in case he decides to use any shadow magic, but now that he's starting casting spells, I will expect that to show up relatively shortly here. Oh, using fire again. I think it's probably about time to heal, or we take too much damage here. Yep, sure too it is. Magus is not slow in this fight. So yeah, let us heal up. I couldn't avoid, I mean, there's no way of not showing off this fight because Magus's battle theme is, well, outstanding. Nice, critical on the counter. Yeah, the Rage Band is your friend here, obviously, with a one-on-one fight. And just heal as needed. The rest of the fight is not very... It's not too difficult as long as you're prepared. Oh, there's an ice spell. Oh, and another critical. 3,000 experience points, 50 tech points. Cyrus, I hath avenged thee. Defeat me, and you will break the curse on Frog. You want to bring Chrono back. Find Gaspar, the Guru of Time. Now, they said they broke the curse on Frog. We defeat him, which we did. We have ended Magus. We got the amulet. The amulet protects your status. It is an item that protects from all status abnormalities. It's basically a ribbon, and it is one of the better accessories you can get in the game. And with that, we can now leave. We have avenged Cyrus, and we have defended Chrono's honor. We can now leave in our airship, and we can move on. But before we do, if you decide to come back and reload your save file and answer a different way to Magus here, the scene plays out a little bit different. You don't bring Frog, you can fight him 3-on-1. However, if you decide that you do not want to fight Magus, a different scene will play out for you. Vanquishing thee will neither return Chrono nor Cyrus. Wait. I'll come with you. Treachery! There just might be a way to bring him back. That's nonsense, he's dead. Gaspar, the Guru of Time, knows how to restore lost or misplaced time streams. We gain access to one of our biggest rivals in the game. When I first played this game, and I encountered this scene, and I'm like 90% sure this was my thought, is what if he joins? I don't know why I thought this as a kid, but I'm pretty sure it's in my head. I was given that opportunity to choose to fight him or not fight him. And I'm sure I would have struggled a lot with the fight originally, but I would have been, you know, more convinced that I could defeat him now with how powerful I've become. However, it was in my head somewhere, something made me think as a kid when I played this for the first time, if I say no, what if he joins me? And indeed he does. Magus joins the party as a replacement for Chrono. And not only that, he fucking flies. Magus comes at, I believe, your average level, equipped with a Dark Scythe, a Doom Helm, Raven Armor, and that amulet that we would have gotten if we had defeated him. It protects against all status abnormalities and is really, really good. As is his Raven Armor, which is more powerful than the other stuff we have access to. His Doom Helm isn't anything to write home against. We're going to put a Rainbow Helm on him. And we're going to grab the white mail off of Robo here. No, actually we're not going to do that yet. We'll do that momentarily. But yeah, we now have access to one of the most powerful magicians in the world. Remember when we fought him, he used his most powerful spell on us, Dark Matter. However, when he fought against Lavos, his powers were being drained. That's the only explanation I can give for why he doesn't have everything learned. That might have been intentional. It might not have been. I don't know. But he now has the ability to work on Dark Bomb. He already knows fire, ice, and lightning. He is a true magician, powerful with both Shadow, his innate element, as well as the 3 other elements which he has access to as well. Magus is an optional party member, and he is just awesome. You go up and talk to this guy. I glimpsed over this. We can get the Hurricane, which is a weapon upgrade for him. I would not recommend picking this up, because we're going to get even better very shortly, but it's there. With that said, we now have access to our ship, and we can now leave. Getting some interference from an enormous gate. Lavos. That's... what is it? That music is so damn ominous, it's perfect. Feels like we're gonna get sucked in. The Undersea Palace is now flying. And I'm going to the wrong one. By the way, Sunkeep. It's now it's down here for some reason. And that resets the music, unfortunately, but here we have a cave containing a portal. Not a whole lot of purpose for that. The Black Omen. Fire 2. So one of those, what are they called? Laser guards attacked one of the other ones to trigger it to use another attack, or maybe it just hit something that was moving, like those rats earlier in the game. They're not particularly strong. They do give a lot of tech points, though. Queen is here. Haven't you learned your lesson? We are immortal. We shall live forever with Lavos, who devours the planet even as he sleeps. Draining the planet's power, Lavos will rule the world in a mere 14,000 years. The Black Omen is a path which leads to Lavos. It is a shrine which provides us with limitless power. As long as the Mighty One reigns, your dreams are hopeless. Oh! Well, that's something. You should sacrifice yourself to the mighty Lavos. I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's take on your boss, your Mega Mutant. Okay, Chaotic Zoom Chaos. That doesn't sound good. Ouch! And two of my characters are now confused. And doing stupid things. And taking a bunch of damage. Let's heal some of that off. But yeah, if you come in here without Magus right away, you're basically boned right from the start. And, oh, more status effects. Steel, Steam, whatever that said. Not sure what that did. Blacken. Ouch! Video game. Throw a bomb at that thing, please. Nice damage. Let's revive you. Ow. God, you do a lot of damage. And you have two parts to you, as we saw there, and you absorb HP, and there's more chaos. I have a feeling we're not intended on coming here yet. Yeah. Well, here's the game over screen. And no, I died on purpose. I wasn't really trying there. Wanted to show you two things. One, we are not ready for the Black Omen yet. This is an endgame dungeon. In fact, it is the final dungeon of the game. And you don't even have to do it. It is an optional dungeon. In order to beat the game, you must defeat Lavos. We have many ways of defeating Lavos. The bucket at the end of time, fly the Epoch there, or we can go through the Black Omen. Anyway, that's pretty much all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.